activating Boxy, the animatronic. As opening my eyes, I would look around. Where am I? What is this place? I'm in a cove. Proceeding to lift my arm, I see I had my hook, but it looked different. It wasn't though. It's not my large hook like I always used to look at it. This time it actually had a double peg to one slab that connected to my hook, and another slab like connected to the joint that was on my joint to next to my arm. Looking down at myself, I would see I'm covered in my body. My body looked different. I could feel it. I looked different. I know I did. Proceeding to pull the curtains back because I knew this place. It's the old pizzeria. They brought us back here. Why? Why are we back? I would look around as I would only see, well, a couple of things. I would see the puppet as she would be looking at Freddy. He'd look around confused. I proceed to close the curtains as not wanting to deal with Fazbear. As they would proceed to talk as Freddy would simply ask, Where are we? As Freddy would simply say, we're in the new pizzeria. Well, not new for us. A reopening of Freddy's. I haven't seen this place in so long, Chica says. Bio would simply say, my face. I got my face back. And my arm. Yes. And the guitar. Oh, I'm back in business, baby. Freddy was to be looking at Bonnie and say, oh, don't worry, Bonnie. You're back. It's good to see your face again. Let's hope you just don't lose it this time. Freddy, I will never take credit for my face loss again. As he would simply say. They proceed to look towards the Pirate's Cove as Freddy would simply scowl at looking towards it. Is he awake? I'm not sure, the puppet says, if he's awake or not. The reopening's coming up soon. You know the deal. If we find him, we get him. As they would all proceed to nod as, well, they waited. They waited a day and Freddy was reopened. At first, the people didn't come in. It was slow. It was only the year 19. The year was, 1989, so it was pretty slow. Then they started coming in. People came in like a rush. More people came in. They said the costume stinked and smelled. They got good money, but they wasn't open for long. They said that the pizzeria was old, clubber. Sometimes the food was still good like it was before, but they swear they saw things in the back. At times looking to see hallucinations as not long after a few good years. Until 1995, the pizzeria continued to stay open until, its downfall in the year 1995 as they proceed to decide it was close its doors in the next 5 years as, there was now something. They would proceed to wait as waiting. once they will arrive, they wait for the new night guard because the last one that they recently killed, aka that guy that took the phone, you know, they got him out the way finally. So Free was extremely proud of everyone. With the help of Golden Freddy of controlling the Foxy to remotely, it made it easier. Things were, well, not the same. The fox would peek out yet again, looking around. You can hear it. The phone guy. As he could hear someone talk. As talking about the pre-recorded message that he basically gave to the next employee. Izuku really just thought that, well, who knew? And, well, Fazbear Entertainment was a very shady company, to be honest. He doesn't know, he can't really say they're not. Because, if you remember correctly, they took their bodies. They took their bodies and proceeded to throw them away. Not telling the police at all. So if you ask me, that's kind of a really, really big salute, but, well, I shouldn't be complaining. I was once again wondering what to do with his time. Second night would come, and yet again he'll see the golden bear. What does she want now? Zuko opened his eyes, seeing her as, you're gonna help us. You're gonna help us get this guard. If you like it or not. And yet, I tell you again, I'm not. You forced me to help you kill the last one. This one. That was it. No more. You can't say no more, as she simply says. You will help us. Izuku scowled, saying, I won't. As she scowled at him as simply saying, fine. As his mind would be insulted, as before he knew it, he was controlled. As a feeling of rage would come through. It was cold, hatred, burning anger. His eyes would change from the normal gold eyes, his gold pupil eyes would change into a void of black with one glowing pupil as he proceeded to look around, peering at the cove here and there. The guard was stalling him, just what he needed. Izuku knew he was there. He could see everything clearly, but it was all in a hazy red. Damn it, Cassidy! Let me go! As he started to run down the hall, his body was moving on its own. Let's hope that the guard can close the door before he, as he thought it was over. It's too late. Asked the door to close. As after hearing it, he proceeded to knock on the door, looking through the window. His body proceeded to take him back to the stage, forcing him to hunt this guard. This would continue for the next 4 nights until the 6th night, when the guard came back for more. This was not what he wanted. being controlled like a toy. Just like how he was controlled by William. Nothing else. He scouted this. How can he be a hero if he can't even fight someone that's taking control of his body? I refuse to sit here and just watch as he proceeds to start to break the control, the control over him. And thinking about his dream, the number one hero, All Might. That's who he wanted to be. The next hero, the next symbol piece. And he refuses to be controlled by one of his friends. No more. As his eyes would open, he can feel it. His body. He's back in control of his own body. Looking around, he's turning towards the curtains. As he heard the ring, the chime of the 6 a.m. bell, 6 a.m. chime through the whole pizzeria as they would all go into the good active point of sleep. They would turn off. Mike would proceed to look. Michael would proceed to look around and seeing the pizzeria, seeing the main three on stage. They were hostile, but Foxy acted differently. It was like he was fighting something. Who knows? He came back for a seventh night to try to tamper with the AI like his father told him to. Instead of, putting them all the way to 0, he put them to their maximum, 20. What was he thinking? He wasn't sure. Once he got to Foxy, though, something happened. Fox's eyes would open as looking towards Michael's. He was simply looking as his face would be familiar. Afton? No, he was not seeing Afton. His face looked like Afton. Very much, but there was a keenly difference. The way he carried himself. Not with pridefulness or arrogance or spit thirst for blood. The look in his eyes, it said it all who he was. Michael, as the fox would simply look. His eyes would widen hearing this. How did you? As Cecile bears his things, as Zuko proceeded to grab Michael violently, just looking towards him. He was still angry at Michael for what he's done. Mostly about that prank. Stupid fucking bastard, that's the fox to snarl. You. What are you doing here, as the fox snarled? Who are you? You can't recognize me, laddie. Let me give you an example. Or a hint at that. Leave your brother be. His eyes were wide in hearing that, as that was the line that Izuku always told him. Izuku, you're dead. By your father's work, yes. Dropping him as simply glaring. And you did this to us. The fox simply sighed as, what are you doing here, Michael? I came here to fix the mistakes of my father. Can you explain to me why you're purple, Might? The fox would simply say as, long story. He would proceed to explain what happened to him. As much as I hate you, you don't deserve to die. So you went to go save your sister, go save Elizabeth. And she scooped you for my organs. I can't eat. I'm dead. You don't have any organs, but you still live. Yes. Can you eat? Michael started to cry. No, I can't eat. I can't even drink. Every time I see a store food or a restaurant, I just can't help myself. I'm forever stuck to never eat delicious food. Well then, it's your Papa Daddy. Do you know where Afton is? No, I don't. If I knew, I would have gone after him. Father's running. So, you don't know where your father is. Let me tell you what they're planning. They're planning on killing him. Killing? As in taking him out? Aye. No doubt. As he proceeded to put on his pirate coat, I simply said, it's best if you get out of here before, well, the others find you. I gotta do my shift. Good luck then, laddie. After Michael's shift of complete torture in hell, he proceeded to look for his father somewhere else. Another 5 years would pass. Well, not 5 years, actually 4. 1999. They waited. How long? Another 4 years. To where William went, they waited for him. Not long, he came. The bastard actually finally came. William popped into the restaurant. He was looking around for something. He made a bunker in, the pizzeria with the old spring Bonnie costume as here to proceed to plan his next move. A shadowy figure would proceed to look as knowing what the man was doing. He decided to settle the score. Not long, he lured each of the main 3 animatronics to the back, where they were lured once again and robbed of one thing they had. The next one was lured with Suzuki. He proceeded to ignore the shadow bear. He thought at first it was his illusion. This bear was familiar because he saw it in the toy's location. That bear only appeared a couple times. The hell? As the fox was to say, come on, as the bear simply waved. I don't know who you are. Simply looking as it's me. Who? The fox says. Evan, come on. As the shadowy bear would proceed to want him to come in. Evan, how are you? Hard to explain. Let's go. The fox would simply say, pulling out, proceeding to follow Evan. The pirate fox would be in his full-on getup this time. He was bored. As, what are we doing here, mate? As the pirate fox simply asked. He's back. You need to stop him. As they proceed to follow as they Evan disappeared the moment he got to the room, the area. As he proceeded to look to see all the others dismantled on the floor. Well, ain't this just a son of a bitch, the fox simply says. It's been a while, as the voice simply says. The fox turned to see William. Afton. Yes, it's me. He didn't age one bit. He looked like he looked young, like he was in the past, back in the day. You haven't aged, yes. The secret of immortality is remnant. And you, my friends, as the others, have that. And I surely can't help myself but to say one thing. I gotta take you down. So Pirate Fox will scowl at this as saying, aye. And let's settle this once and for all. As Afton will pull out a axe out of nowhere. Where the hell did he put that? Suzuka would wonder. Suzuka pulled out a sword that was somehow within in his pirate trench coat. He always had this sword, never decided to use it. It was real. Yes, it's a real sword. But in fact of entertainment, they always said it was a prop, which was a lie. As the two proceeded to fight it out, the sword and the axe meet in the middle as they would fight for a good few moments. It was like a sword battle from those old movies. Pirates going against their enemy. As Izuku proceeded to try to cut down Afton. William made his way out the way as proceeded to chop off one of his animatronic arm, using his hook to catch the shit, as thrusting his sword forward as William simply jumped back as he lost his axe as Izuku proceeded to throw it to the side. No more axe for ya, mate. As he proceeded to put his sword towards Afton's neck. And also, laddie, say hello to Davy Jones for me. No, you say hello to Davy Jones for me. As William proceeded to grab the sword as ripping it from the fox's grip, as proceeding to tear him down with his bare hands. The fox simply scowled, as before he eventually died. Yar, can't escape your fate. You should have never came back. Well then, this is a you problem. And tell Davy Jones I said hi. As he would proceed to looking proud in his work. And to collect that remnant. As he's about to take the endoskeletons to melt them finally, but one thing that he didn't really suspected, there was 4 of them, or it's the 5th one. As opposed to simply say, you're finally here. Looking at the voice, saying it was shit. Cassidy. Well, look at that. Seeing the girl once again, covered in blood and blood that when she died, from the very day that she died. Look at you. So beautiful, as William says. It's a shame that I can't really spend any more time. I need to go burn your endoskeletons to make myself even more immortal. You won't be leaving it all Afton, as she simply says. Huh? You're gonna be staying right there. us, it will finally get a revenge. As she'll simply scowl. I feel bad for you. There will be no revenge. As three other figures would appear, rising from the endoskeleton animatronics, as proceeding to simply look at Afton. Oh shit. Well, Zuko's proceeded to rise also as the five children would proceed to look down at Afton. Come back. You ready to die? As Cassie simply smiled maniacally as William started to sweat. Shit! As he ran to the safe room, hoping that they couldn't, well, get inside. But to his horror, they phased right through. No, stay away from me. Zuko proceeded to look after, not saying anything. You're done, Gabriel simply says. It's over. William proceeded to turn around, looking at the old costume in the back. No, it's not. Zuko's eyes are wide and saying this. Mr. Afton, don't report that thing on. The rest of the dedicated proceeded to glare at Zuko as Cassie would scowl. Scowl at him as he would put it on. You can't hurt me now, can you? Stupid kids. Mr. Afton, it's a Sprinlock suit. You know that, right? That thing has not been worn in years. It's been rotting in the back for many years. You should take that off before you get... Shut up, boy. I have ascended once more. None of you can touch me. Stupid children. I'll see you all in hell, that's what he says. I specifically give a pose with his arms outstretched. Well then, we will. As before he knew it, he heard we started hearing a sound. A sound that he was very familiar to. One thing happened with the suit. Oh shit, as immediately the springs would compact with his body as it starts to crush his body and tear it apart as the animatronic parts to dive into his body, tearing him from the very inside out as his screams would echo through the building. Not the building, I mean the safe room, as he would continue to scream. Zuko was looking horror as seeing how the suit was once in his costume would turn to animatronic mode. And seeing Afton's tore up body and mangled corpse, as they would slump over on the wall, as slowly dropping. Cassie would smile as Gabriel would be proud of their work. Well then, we're free. We're finally free. Zuko looked in horror at William's dead, mangled body. We're free? Zuko thought. As they proceeded, as other forward started to, well, shimmer out of existence as they would just vanish. While Zuko looked at Afton's body as we're far from free. We're stuck here. Zuko's body also starts to shimmer away. Am I finally passing on? Will I actually die? I guess it's my time. As he would thought. Well, goodbye, Mr. Afton. I wish things didn't have to end this way, but you brought this upon yourself. As he would disappear finally. Henry Emily, he was framed for the murders. The moment that William turned his back on him, he knew it was him. It was him from the very beginning. How could he not see it? William framed him for the murders that he's done. Now he knows where those kids went. He killed Charlie. He killed those other kids. The only one that was actually spared was Fritz. But yet he didn't know who was in the suit. So there was nothing really saying and helping that. After not long, Henry came back, heard about the news of Fazbear Entertainment trying to come back. But ever since the missing children incident, things have just gotten worse and worse. And with the opening of the Freddy's that happened, that's been open for 20 years, it's been abandoned. Henry came over to the old place as proceeded to look around the decayed pizzeria. It was just gone. Tablecloth here, everything was gone. Henry proceeded to look to see the animatronics. They were all torn down. Henry proceeded to look through as entering the safe room as seeing a dead, mangled body. He would know who it was. So a voice would come through the dead, mangled body. Henry, help me. Henry was simply scowled at the rabbit. You got this on yourself, William. You killed my daughter. You killed them all. Henry, help me. Please. No. This time, you suffer your consequences. They got you. And there's nothing you can do about it. As Henry proceeded to walk away, Henry, don't leave me. Goodbye, William. And this horror tragedy, it's all over. You might survive this. You might be alive for a while, but you'll die. Goodbye, William. As Henry proceeded to border up the safe room, now he would proceed to look. Now, looking at the animatronics, he would wonder what to do with these pile of scraps now. They were just there. He wanted to start over again, but he was done with Fazbear Entertainment, as he left them there to rot. Not long, Fazbear Entertainment wanted to get back. They wanted to come back, so they decided, once again going to the old abandoned pizzeria. It's been a couple of years. Rebuilding the animatronics, the classic animatronics, as proceeding to put them back on stage once more. But not long. But people wouldn't come to an old abandoned pizzeria that was long forgotten. There's tears in the building, holes, rats everywhere. People wouldn't come because the place is just too gone. And Fazbear Entertainment decided, well, they could do something else. They decided to leave the animatronics here and just forgotten. Fazbear Entertainment said about their franchise, and they said they would come back eventually, but all of their properties have been vandalized by teenagers. Not long, the pizzeria was left forgotten. The Zook would open his eyes once again. He was cold, a familiar cold that he knew too well, as he moved his leg, he was back in the suit. They rebuilt their bodies. He knew that it was too easy for them. It was too easy. He knew it. He should have known he was never free in the first place. They're stuck in these suits forever. Afton's murder was the pinnacle, showing them what they did to him. That, well, he should have known. As he proceeded to look around, wondering what to do, the others were now back in their place. Great. As he proceeded to sit in one of the old chairs, it creaked from the fox's weight as he waited. As not long they all activated. Mine was the first to activate as he proceeded to look in shock. What? What the hell? I'm sure we're just resting. We finally found peace, but why are we still here? Chico activated not long. I'm afraid to see the look. It can't be. Why aren't we free? The golden pair would appear as this shouldn't be possible. We're supposed to be free. As not long, chuckling would be heard. As the chuckling turned into a mad laughter as they all turned to the pirate fox that was sitting on one of the party tables. You finally understand, laddies. You finally get it. All this murders, all the murders you've done, all the things that we all have done doesn't matter. We can't pass on now. We're stuck to this world forever. Forever roaming the earth. Trapped. All you thought that by killing Afton, you'd free us. We'd all be free. Wrong. By killing him, our souls are now forever trapped in these damn suits. Then you caused it. Cassidy was now pissed. They were trapped. Trapped forever. Trapped forever, never to be free. There was really nothing that they could do now. As Gabriel said, what do we do now? We can never be free. As Fritz was... No, Zuko proceeded to smile. Well then, enjoy our eternal lives. All that senseless murder got nowhere. Why? This is when Chico was to say, so we're stuck here forever. Stuck here forever to be stuck in these suits, yes. Blah, blah, blah. The fox, he says, we all done complaining. As they would simply wonder now, what do they do? What shall they do? What could they do? They were now trapped in these suits. Not long. It was not long until a new presence arrived. And teenagers appeared. Izuka proceeded to look around. Looking at the teenagers, he was confused by their arrival, but one stood out the most. Koski. Izuka snarled at seeing him. having a lot of time to think about his life that was taken, he now knew that Koski was no friend. That little bastard basically gave him hell. But you got the thought of this. Why not kill him? Make him feel the pain that he's feeling right now. And not long, he decided, nah, that shit ain't gonna work. As arriving to St. Koski for the very first time in over decades. As they would look at Koski would simply say, so that's the whole story. That's the whole story. This is when Ito would ask, so, is your murderer fully dead? He took a little look around. The others were nowhere to be found. He can know that they were probably somewhere in the pizzeria. No, he's not dead. They'll be shocked to this. As Ito would say, your murderer is not, as the fox would grab at Ito. His head as growling, shut up, the fox simply said. As he would put him down, making him sit down as about 3 years ago, I saw them take something from the safe room. They didn't take us, because to their knowledge, we were not even there anymore. They took our spare costumes, going to spare costumes, but we weren't around. We were in the back. In our stages. But they took everything else. Party sheets, everything. The only thing that they didn't take was the extra spare costumes. But that was it. They also took him. To where? I have no idea. This is when Momo would ask, so you all are now trapped here for eternity to live on Earth? Yes. It's exciting. It's great. Fun. Yahoo. Hooray us. The fox simply says. So, you basically killed people. Not on my own free will. For Cassidy's will. She took control of my body. I can't say how, but I do know one thing. She did it. Yes, the fox must be rise from his sitting place. For example, I'm trapped here along with you all. Trapped here with us. So what can we do for you, as Ochako simply say? Leave. The others see you, they'll kill you, in general. And to be honest, seeing you all is hard to attempt of not killing you myself. Nerd, just come back with us. You can come home. I don't want to go home, the fox says. I just want to rest. I'm dead. Dead. I can't rest. I'm stuck here within these goddamn suit. Forever to walk these halls, never to be free. Then we'll get you out of here. And how are you gonna do that? Oh shit. Foxy says, Foxy will scout at Izuku. Because I'm trying to help you. Frey would pop in and simply say, we found one thing. We can't stay here for long. We're rotting. And what can we do? You said your power is to cause explosions. Just about as Frank was simply asked. And what about it? Burn the whole building. Burn it? This is what Edith says. Burning buildings are not good. It's not responsible at all. Simply Ezekiel sighed. Burning the building will probably set our souls free, dumbass. Now, set us ablaze, might. Gosky would simply look, but I want to rest, the fox says. And I can't rest. Once you set the building ablaze, that portal will also close. So, as the fox simply says, once you do that, don't ever return. Do it. As they would proceed to, make their way towards the ball pit. Once that being the ball pit, Koski would look at one wire that was laid around. It was still sparking for electricity, simply using a small explosion as it would set a fire as it was about to burn. As the flame was to heat up, as the fox simply say, go. As they would all proceed to get into the ball pit, diving into it as they would disappear. Zuko, as Frey was to say, the fox turned towards him and saying, I'm sorry for the past. I was blinded by rage. It's fine, Fazbear. It's fine. As the flames would continue to rise, as you're okay. As it would continue to burn, Bonnie would look around. Is this finally it? Will we be free? Let's hope so. As the flames would consume the whole building, as causing a big explosion, as it would burn everything. As Freddy Fazbear's pizza would burn to the ground. Once it was burned to the ground, the animatronic suits were now gone. Crisp. Metal. And not long, the people around would wonder what happened to the building. Maybe someone burned it up. As many other things going on with old animatronic bodies were found. Melted and other things like that. Finally set free. No, just kidding. They're still stuck here. Stuck here forever to be held in prison, tortured to all eternity.